Give everybody a minute to get in here. All right, let's go ahead and get it. So, what's good, everybody, man? I titled the show, "We Should Be Ashamed of Ourselves as a Black Community." The reason why I titled that is, man, you had a couple of celebrities in the world telling you guys what was happening in New Orleans, Louisiana. What was happening in Louisiana, period. And a lot of people didn't take heed to it. I'm really pissed off, as you should be as well, if you're from Louisiana. And you know our history, what they've been doing us in Louisiana. You should be pissed off. I want you guys to listen to this right quick. And I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on what I feel. And I'm going to show you guys why you should be ashamed and why you should be pissed off. Listen to this.
That less people in the state voted in this year's midterm compared to the last one.
Andres Fuentes has more on why that could be, in part because of the power and money that incumbents wield.
All of our incumbents are so entrenched, and so they said, well, it's not going to make any difference anyway. Kennedy's going to win. Or it's not going to make any difference. You know, Steve Scalise never gets any serious opposition.
Of the more than 3 million registered voters, only about 45% actually casted a ballot in this year's midterms, according to the unofficial numbers from the Secretary of State's office. This year's 1.3 million voters is also down 5% from the last midterm in 2018. And Dillard University political analyst Robert Collin thinks it's because of a lack of excitement statewide.
Whoever's at the top of the ballot drives the rest of the ballot.
Despite 12 challengers, Republican John Kennedy secured another 6 years in the Senate with 62% of the vote. Collins says a lack of a real challenger shifted the low vote over to the incumbent, a trend that's evident for every member of the state's congressional delegation. Collins says the lack of opposition stems from familiar political figures raising more money than their new, unfamiliar challengers.
They're going to outspend you 3-1, 4-1, 5-1.
And Collins says that Louisiana's congressional map also helps the incumbents.
The majority of districts are gerrymandered through the redistricting process specifically to protect the incumbents.
Now, Louisiana did see a 0.8% increase in registered voters compared to last midterm, meaning polling places welcomed some new faces.
Like right now, democracy is really, divided, and we need to come together as a people.
I voted at the age of 18, so still at 26. I'm still doing it every time I can.
And Collins says that while it's an uphill battle for someone to beat an incumbent here in Louisiana, it can be done if that candidate has a good track record in other political seats like city council, exposure, and consistent fundraising.
All right. So, you heard this, man. Robert Kennedy, John Kennedy, was running for the office. He won over a black guy who was running for office. The black guy only got not even 1% of the votes. Now, we needed black folks in Louisiana, black folks around the world who's from Louisiana needed to have their family go out and vote no for Amendment 7, so they can clean up the language, so we can understand what the language was. It was a law that they were trying to pass to make slavery possible again in prison. So for any reason you go to jail and you're fucking stealing a bubble gum, you're gonna have to do hard labor, aka slavery, in prison. They wanted them to clean that language up, because if they're using that language for that, what does it state? When does it stop? What does it prevent? So you kept somebody in who's favoring for that law. The law passed. So now they don't have to clean it up if they don't want to. And then you have people that I see on social media. You have people that I see around the states and around on their social medias that say Louisiana's so bad. It's Louisiana. Now, this is for the people who had a car. This is for the people who had a way to go vote. This is for the people who was able-bodied to go vote and you didn't go vote. You should be shamed. You should feel shame. You should feel like a dumbass. Because the person that y'all voted in, who kept his seat, who got the votes, this is what this man says. Listen to what he said. This is his campaign speech for this year. This is what he says.
Violent crime is surging in Louisiana. Woke leaders blame the police. I blame the criminals. A mom should not have to look over her shoulder when she's pumping gas. I voted against the early release of violent criminals, and I opposed defunding the police. Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John Kennedy, and I approve this message.
He said the next time you get in trouble and you need the police, call a crackhead. That's who y'all left in office. That's who y'all left in office. You same motherfuckers who didn't go vote out of all the black people we have in Louisiana, who didn't go vote and make your word heard. I don't want to hear about going voting don't mean nothing because we just gonna lose anyway. Go and vote don't mean nothing because they're not gonna change the laws anyway. Go and vote don't mean nothing because they still gonna do what they want to do anyway. Or I heard this one: if we go vote, it don't make no sense because they gonna rig it anyway for the other guy to. Man, fuck all that. If you didn't go out there and go vote, and you had a way to go vote, you should feel like a dumbass. But what you do, you know what y'all are gonna go do this weekend? Y'all gonna go to Bourbon Street. You're gonna go to Canal Street. You're gonna go shopping. I want y'all to understand something. They say this man didn't win because he didn't have the funding. The funding behind him. That this black man did not win because he did not have the funding. John Kennedy raised $30-some million for his campaign. The black guy only raised $1 million. $1 million and some change. That means a lot of white people put their money where their mouth was and left this man in office. I want to show you guys a couple of pictures. And when I show you, you're going to think it's the same shit. But it's not. I want you guys to listen. Look at this right quick. Follow me. This picture right here, to the right, the left of me, that's a picture of people, black and white, standing in the line for Black Friday. This picture is a picture of black men, black women, black people, period. I don't see no white person in this line. Standing in the line for new Jordans. The new Michael Jordan shoes. What's the difference? Whites, mixed race, all black. Standing in line for fucking shoes. But you bitch ass niggas couldn't go stand in a line to go vote. You bitches spend 5 hours in somebody's chair getting your hair weaved in, but you won't spend an hour in a line to go vote. You bitch ass niggas spend 4-5 hours in a barbershop waiting to get a haircut, a lineup, an age up, but you wouldn't spend fucking 30 minutes in a line to go vote. You bitch ass bitches go out there and stand in line for some free weave or some free shit, but you won't go out there and go vote. My people, black folks, go stand in line for Section 8 and WIC and all this other shit, food stamps, but won't go stand in a line to change something for your children. It's not for you. I heard somebody say that too. Why would I do this? Man, fuck this shit. They gonna fuck us up. They gonna fuck us up anyway. It's not for you, my nigga. It's for your children's future. Because we are older. We are getting older. We are going to die soon. Not in the future, soon, but we are going to die. Our children have to be here with this fucked up shit. So it's not for you to change the life for you. It's for your children's life. To change their lives better. So when you're not here, they can be straight. That's why I say a lot of you motherfuckers don't care about y'all kids. Because if you did, you would be out there in drones. Like y'all out there in drones when it's for free shoes, the new Jordans, new hair, Black Friday. Do y'all understand that black folks give the most money, the most consumers in these 2 holidays or 2 times, Black Friday and tax time? Do you know black folks give the most money back to the government? You know that? I got the numbers in front of me. Do you know that black folks give the most money for Black Friday? They give the money back to the government. Tax time. You ever heard of this saying that around tax time you get your tax money? They broke in like a week or 2? It's true. People, the average black person between the age of 21 to 28, income tax check be going in less than 2 weeks. I don't think I heard me. From 21 to 28, the average black person's income tax check be going and back into the consumer's hands in less than 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. But then as black folks, we walking around like they don't have, we don't have nothing for our children. They don't have nothing for our children to do. Our children don't got nowhere to go. They don't got no centers for these children. What you think going to those votes, those voting pools will help do? Get the dollars where they need to go. Get somebody in there that's able and capable to say, this is where the money should go, and this is where it should go. And not the person like John Kennedy, who doesn't give a fuck about us because he's already rich. He's already have wealth. He doesn't give a fuck about the smaller person. If you're in Louisiana, you should feel stupid if you ain't go vote. Now, I'm not talking about the people who could not go vote. I understand it. But if you could have voted and you didn't take your ass to that voting pool, you should feel like a dummy. Because guess what? Your children now have to live with this man for 6 more years making stupid ass laws in the state of Louisiana. Yeah. You pay for what you get. If you go to the dollar store and you get a purse from the Family Dollar and the Family Dollar purse busts in like a day or two, you pay for what you got. You pay for what you get, love. We are just paying for what we got by being stupid and not going out here and vote. It is very important to vote. You know what I mean? If our ancestors died for the right for us to vote. And a lot of you motherfuckers don't care about that. I heard a lot of people say, I ain't fuck them people, whatever. That is your great-great-grandfather, great-great-grandmother, great-great-cousins who died, who bled for the right for us to vote. And you bitches don't even vote. But you will go stand in a line for some free Jordans. You will go stand in line for some fucking weave. You will go stand in line for some Section 8. You will go stand in line for some bullshit that you don't need. We are the only community who does not support each other. The only fucking community who does not support each other. Every other community supports each other. Look at what the Jews did to Kyrie Irving. Just look. Don't take my word for it. Look what the Jews did to Kyrie Irving. Put pressure on that boy. He lost his Nike deal. He lost his other fucking shoe deal. He lost time. He's not playing in the game right now. They came out, 8 of them, with shirts on. Now that man losing a lot of shit. Look at what the Jews doing to Kanye West. Y'all think it's a game? We're the only community that don't support each other. And I got people on social media going at Kanye for what he's saying. Like the person that we call a God in our community, that we look up to in our community, MLK, wasn't saying the same shit that Kanye West saying. He was saying the same shit in a different way. He was saying the same shit, but in a different way. Anything that we stand for, y'all tear down. Black Panthers, y'all tore it down. The Black Panther movement was so powerful. They got us to infiltrate ourselves and take ourselves out of there. I'll get killed one day too. I will get killed one day. And I'm okay with it. Because I don't give a fuck. I stand on what I feel, and I feel what I feel, and I say what I gotta say. Out my motherfucking mouth. Nobody gonna shut me up. Until God call me home and say, hey, it's time for you to come home, soldier. I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say. Because I'm a man first. I'm a God-fearing man first. And I ain't gonna let nobody else fucking fear me into what I gotta say out my motherfucking mouth. So I said what I said. I stand with Kanye. And I don't give a fuck what you motherfuckers say about it. Because guess what? At the end of the day, that's a black man trying to change some shit. Just like y'all supported MLK, we should be supporting Kanye and Kyrie Irving. It's fucked up what they got going on with Kyrie Irving right now. The man didn't say nothing but post a video. All he did was post a link of a movie, of a book that he liked. Now all of a sudden he hates Jews. We as black people should feel ashamed. But then I gotta think about it. Do we have shame? Do we? Because you'll see a black kid, a teenage kid, beat up an old lady, take her purse from her. He on social media a day later talking about he got money. He got this and got that. Kill an 8-year-old or a 6-year-old. Go home, get your dick sucked. Go eat some Popeyes like ain't nothing happened. So do we have shame? I don't know. But I'm about to go take a shower. I just wanted to vent. I feel like if more people stand the fuck up and say what they gotta say, the world would be a lot better. Stop pussyfooting. Stop being a coward. Stop being scared to say what the fuck you gotta say out your mouth. God gave you a voice. Use it. Use it before one day your voice is taken from you. I just ran into a man downstairs coming from out the gym. I just ran into this man. He's getting ready to get an apartment here. He was coming out the bathroom as I was coming out the bathroom. He was coming out the other bathroom. He asked me, he didn't ask me because he was deaf. He couldn't speak. But he was asking me to open up the door for him. He pointed at the door. And I was like, you okay? He said he went like this. He deaf. He did because I can read sign language a little bit. I ain't stupid. I can kind of read sign language a little bit. But he's deaf. And I said, okay, hold on. I opened up the door for him. The young lady in the office was like, yeah, he's getting ready to get an apartment here. I said, okay, cool, cool, whatever, I said, how you doing, whatever, whatever. Said hello to the apartment manager, whatever. Went checked up to see if I got mail. Like I had no mail. Whoop the whoop. Came back in. Did my little video walk out. But at one point in his life, he could have talked. Because I asked his daughter. I say, he's okay. She's like, yeah, my dad, he lost his voice a couple of years ago, but he's okay. That means he could have talked. He lost his voice. Don't let your voice be stolen by negativity, by hatred, by fear, and by shame. Don't let your voice be taken. Because once you lose it, you cannot get it back. I'm for one, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna let nobody steal my pride in who I am. I love me. I love me. This 326 pounds of what I am, I love me. And I ain't gonna let nobody, not you, nobody, my friends, my family, my wife, my cousins, nobody, my enemy, the next door neighbor, the nigga downstairs from me, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, no nigga gonna change who the fuck I am about who I love myself. No nigga, no bitch, no cousin, no friend, no nobody gonna change who I love myself. Never again. Never again. I let it happen once, it'll never happen again. Because when I figure out what I really give a fuck about myself, and I figure that shit out, and when I figured that out, I understand why a lot of people was telling me, boy, love yourself, boy. Fuck a bitch, fuck a nigga. Love yourself. And I see that. It took me 34 years, like I always say every morning. It took me 34 years to understand that. And I understand it, and I appreciate it. Because ain't nobody gonna love you like you love yourself. Nobody. Not your mama, not your girl, not your mom, not your daddy, not your cousin. Nobody. Nobody gonna love you like you love yourself. You take that for what it is. And for the people that didn't go vote, and he changed these laws now, and y'all gotta provide, y'all gotta rock with those laws, don't say I didn't tell you so. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say the people didn't tell you. And what's fucked up is you motherfuckers will listen to a nigga with a name, but won't listen to a nigga with no name, who not really popular. And he's saying the same shit that the person that's popular saying. But he just don't got the numbers that that person that's popular have. When we gonna wake up, bro? Your children deserve better. Your loved ones deserve better. You deserve better. When will you love yourself enough to put yourself first? When will you be the change that you need to be? All it took is for me to get in the gym. That's all it took. I got my friends wanting to get in the gym now. I got fucking celebrities wanting to get in the gym now that don't even know me like that. 5 celebrities and added me in the last 2 weeks just to see what I do in the gym. Because I put myself first. Maybe you should too. See you guys when I see you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we just went live on YouTube, man.